Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great week so far. Coach Paul here, and today I'm going to start by going over some products in my products page and give you a little more details about the good, the bad, the ugly, what you need, what you don't need, things to consider when spending money on fitness related stuff. So I have this on my website, surroundsfitness.com/products. I start with my partnerships. I get commissions from State and Liberty, Steel Supplements, and SoulCyben. If you purchase using my code, you get a 10% discount, State and Liberty. So for men, this is athletic fit stretch dress clothes. Things fit like a dream. I don't buy any other dress clothes. If you can wear them, give it a shot. I think you'll like their shirts and pants. Steel Supplements, I enjoy their products. There's a lot of supplements out there. I can't say that this is the best in the world, but they're good enough for me. They're probably good enough for you. So, I'm not doing third-party testing on them to validate them. Every supplement company says they're the best in the world. They're all good enough these days. You can't get away with having low-quality crap. You'll get called out, and you'll go out of business if you do. So, they offer a lot of different stuff. I don't use all of it, but we'll get into what I do use. SoulCyben, now this is a little controversial because it's technically a Class 1 drug for the federal government, but there's a lot of benefits to psilocybin. It's not for everybody. I've been eating magic mushrooms, and I've been using SoulCyben since they opened the doors. They deliver it right to your doorstep. You know exactly how much you're getting in each dose. You can start off with very small doses that you won't even feel and increase from there. But it just makes you feel good. It makes you have a better outlook in life. It can help. It helps a lot of people with depression and anxiety, even appetite control. But again, like anything, it can be abused. You can use it as a party drug, but you can also use it as a daily, just happy mood lifter, creative thinking. I actually don't take it very often anymore. I don't really feel the need. It's non-addictive. But when I do, I always enjoy it. My wife will notice, she's like, did you take your extracurriculars? Because you're very happy today. Sometimes I have, sometimes I'm not, just in a good mood. So let's talk about training gear. So this is stuff I actually keep in my gym bag. I have my belt with me. I have a camera stand to record my lifts. I know it's not comfortable to record your lifts at the gym, guys, but it's great to get feedback on your form because I can't be there in person to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. So you can just prop your phone up against something. It's better to have it on a little stand and film yourself if you can. Upload it to the group pages and get feedback. Lifting straps are great. I wouldn't rely on them. I see some of you using them for all of your deadlifts. I would say try to use your hands and improve your grip strength until it comes to a point where your hands can't hold the weight anymore. So if you're going very heavy, your hands are getting worn out, but your back and legs are still strong, that's the time to use straps so you can hold on to that heavy barbell, usually for deadlifts. You can use them for lunges, cleans. But since I haven't been going heavy, I haven't used my lifting straps in a long time. Weightlifting shoes, this really helps if you have poor ankle mobility. If you're doing front squats, your knees are going to go way far over your toes, and you'll need your heels elevated to do that, unless you have very mobile ankles, which most people do not, including me. Mine have gotten better, so I can do back squats with bare feet without any heels elevated, but front squats or high bar squats, it's going to help to have that heel elevated. If you like swimming, like I keep my goggles and my swim paddles so I can actually pull water more with my hands. I always bring a protein shake with me to the gym. It's just a habit. Helps me get more water. It's great to cortisol levels raised during a workout, and then when you're done, you slam a protein shake. You get some carbs and some protein, and it brings your cortisol levels down. It starts the recovery process. And it also holds you over until hopefully you have a big meal in the next hour. Studies show it's not absolutely necessary to have your protein in that anabolic window 30 minutes after a workout, but I always have, and it's done me right. So I just always try to pack it. I do 8 ounces of milk, protein scoop, do my 5 grams of creatine, ice, and then top it off with water, shake it up, have it in my bag, ready to go. I don't remember what was here. It looks like it was probably just a water bottle. And athletic tape, that actually really helps if your wrists are weak doing bench press, or if you're using wrist straps. I would tape my wrists first so the straps wouldn't chafe my wrists. I love these Kufandi shirts. Just get them on Amazon, sleeveless, cotton. They work great. I really like these compression shorts and these running shorts. This is what I wear usually almost every day to the gym. Simple stuff, not like a big brand name Gymshark guy. I like basic stuff that works. Ski erg, y'all know I love my ski erg. There's a link here to my full warm-up video I do, but I bought mine on, I think, Rogue, but you can get them on Amazon, and they hold their value. You can resell them used probably for about this as much as you buy them for new. So if you're in the market for ski erg, I recommend it. I like it. It really helps with my shoulders and core. For everyone, I recommend everybody get familiar with bands. Take them with you when you're traveling. Be able to have them at home. So if you don't feel like going to the gym, you can still do a workout at home. Start with the lighter bands. Get a couple of the yellows, reds, and then if you need heavier ones, you can buy them there, or just buy the whole set, 2 of each. That's what I did. Be about $100. Plastic handles help with the lighter bands because the bands will wear off. They'll chafe your hands after a while. So handles help. The heavier bands, the metal handles definitely help. I wouldn't trust the plastic handles if I'm using like the greens or the blues. Carabiners just make it quick to latch onto the door anchors or to latch onto the handles. Door anchors are great because then you can anchor any band to the bottom or top or side of a door. So moving on, booty bands. Gotta love the booty bands. Just sit in your couch and do some knee spreads and do some hip thrusts. You can wrap these around your knees while you're walking, and man, does it burn your glutes and your hip flexors. So actually, not just for girls either, guys. You can get a lot of benefit from using these booty bands. Kettlebells, great to have at home. I don't push it a lot, but kettlebell deadlifts, 1-arm kettlebell carries, and 2-arm kettlebell swings, probably the best movement anyone can do. It just takes some practice to get them right. It's going to feel really awkward at first. So I'd say get good at doing double arm deadlifts, doing single arm deadlifts, and then practice doing the 2-arm swings. If you feel it in your low back, you're doing it wrong. You really want that kettlebell to go back, feel it in your glutes, and then drive forward. Love the trap bar, $120. If your gym doesn't have one, tell them to sack up and get one. They're not expensive. Probably, I would say, the safer, easier, more effective way to do deadlifts. If you never do a barbell deadlift again and just use the trap bar, you'll be fine. I have my Fitbit. I wear it every day. Tracks my steps, tracks my sleep, tracks my heart rate. So now when I'm in zone 1, zone 2 cardio, there's Oura rings, there's Whoop bands, there's Garmin's, there's fancier Fitbits, there's all sorts of things. This is the smallest one. I don't like wearing big things on my wrist, so that's what I use, and it works good enough for me. Dip belt, if you need to add weight for pull-ups or dips. Lacrosse ball is great for rubbing under your feet, help break up the tissue and relieve pain under your feet, or you can sit on it and lay on your side and let that dig into your hip. But it's helpful. It's like a foam roller, but more of a foam roller is going to be a line. This is going to be a spot pressure point. The gyro ball is great for grip strength. I have one here. Once you get this thing going, it spins, and it's great for just loosening up your hands and wrists. And you can build some forearm strength with that. And then for more grip strength, you can get these are a great starter. I use these for warm up when I'm doing my grip strength stuff at home, and then I go to the Captains of Crush, starting at the T to the 0.51, 1.52. They go up to 4. I can't close a 2.5. So guys that are closing 3s and 3.5s and 4s are just insanely strong. And then a broomstick is great for practicing movements at home. It's great for stretching. You probably already have a broomstick laying around your house, but they're actually really useful for just doing mobility stuff. Let's talk about vitamins and supplements. Now let me make this clear. You can be fine without any vitamins and supplements, but you very well may be deficient in some things that could really help you if you take, whether you get them from your food or from a supplement. But I say at the University of Michigan, we played football, Big Ten champions 2 years in a row. We didn't take anything, nothing. We got everything from our food. We weren't allowed to take anything. So we weren't allowed to take creatine or protein. All they gave us at practice was water. Very old school, probably not very smart. We could have done better. At least we had like Gatorade or some electrolytes because, man, we would lose 10 pounds in a practice because we'd sweat it all out. And just plain water doesn't allow you to stay as hydrated as if there's some salt in that water. So every day for breakfast, I do this every day still. I have 12 ounces of water with a scoop of collagen and a scoop of BCAAs. I also have a scoop of collagen at night. So I get 20 grams of collagen per day, and it helps with bones, or it helps with collagen, hair, tendons, skin. So the biggest thing is helping with like joints and tendons and cartilage. BCAAs is basically protein. It's basically the amino acids that make up protein, and they claim 0 calories, but really it's 4 calories per gram, just like protein. At lunchtime, I have my vitamins. So I have 3 omega-3 fish pills every day. This is for joint health. This keeps joints lubricated. Vitamin D3, if you get a lot of sun, you don't need this, but a lot of people are vitamin D deficient. It's probably the most important thing you can take if you are deficient in it. It helps with testosterone. It helps with your immune system. So people are deficient in this, man, it can really help them to take this. And you take it with vitamin K2 because the vitamin K2 helps the D3 get to where it should go. Otherwise, it could potentially build up in the wrong places, like your arteries. Not good. Magnesium is huge. A lot of people are deficient in it. It can help with digestion. It can help prevent constipation. It can help with sleep. So I take 750 milligrams per day. I would say start at 250 milligrams per day and just see. And then ashwagandha can help with sleep and testosterone. Probably the least important one on here. But I would say, guys, if you want to start something, start with one at a time and make sure it doesn't mess you up. If you try to take everything at once and doesn't go well, you're not going to know what it is that you're reacting to. I use a pill case just to make sure that I'm getting them because I take some in the morning and some in the afternoon or evening. Like I take a omega-3 fish oil in the morning, afternoon, evening. So I have multiple pill cases to keep that in line. The only thing I'm not showing is a daily multivitamin, which if you want to keep it simple, just take a daily multi, and that's probably good enough for a lot of people. Pre-workout, not a big pre-workout guy, but I do really like Atabolic. It's stimulant-free. Like I don't need caffeine for my workouts. I don't like feeling jittery. I like Atabolic. It's chill. It's got a little creatine in it. It's got some BCAAs. It's got some beta-alanine. It's got some L-citrulline. So these are things that are just improve your blood flow, give you some energy for your workout without you feeling jittery or hyped up. This NO is basically like a beetroot extract. It's nitric oxide. It helps dilate your blood vessels. So you get more of a pump, more blood going to your muscles, which is what you want when you're working out. Fuel those muscles. So I talked about my post-workout protein shake. I used to do a scoop of whey and egg white protein together. Egg white protein has gotten expensive, so I don't buy that anymore. I just do a scoop of whey with my milk, and I do creatine. Steel has a creatine now that I use, but this one works just as fine on Amazon. Creatine monohydrate is the most studied, safest supplement, most effective supplement you can take, and you're not going to be able to get it all from your food. Even if you eat nothing but red meat, you'd have to eat like 10 pounds of red meat to get enough creatine that your muscles can store it all. So 5 grams a day, everyone can take it whether you're training or not. It's great for mental, it's great for brain function, heart health. Young or old, everybody will benefit from taking 5 grams of creatine a day. And then at night, I take my Rested, I take another scoop of collagen, and a lot of times I'll have some Metamucil as well to get my fiber up. Moving on to kitchen tools. I love my Breville toaster. We also now have an air fryer, but I can bake things in this, pizzas and small dishes. Instapot is great for meal prepping and making chicken and soups. We use it a lot. I use my egg poacher every single day. I use my cast iron grills, skillets a lot for cooking beef or cooking steaks or vegetables, omelets, eggs. And I don't use my plastic meal prep containers as much. I use most of the time, I use my Pyrex, my glass ones, because you don't want to microwave stuff in plastic. So I'm pretty much only using glass now. I'll take it to work and bring the glass containers back. These are nice if you're just going to eat something out of it and chuck it. So they are useful sometimes, but just don't microwave things in there. Beverage prep, it's great to have. I have a bunch of shaker bottles. I have some steel ones from Steel Supplements. A blender, if you're going to make smoothies with fruit and protein. I have a filtered water in my fridge. This was just a Contigo that I drink from throughout the day. I have about 6 of these a day. I like Keurig. It's simple. If you're a coffee snob, you probably turn your nose up at Keurig, but it works great for me. And I use a thermos to keep my coffee hot throughout the day. Again, right now, though, I'm decaf. Nothing wrong with caffeine, but you don't want to be relying on it. Like, my wife gets headaches if she doesn't have caffeine. I was at that point. I don't like that. I have caffeine from time to time, but I don't have it every day because I don't want to have caffeine headaches when I don't have it. So I just go decaf. Works great for me. But caffeine can help as an appetite suppressant. It can help burn a little bit more calories and just make you feel more alert. But it will affect your sleep if you have it in the afternoon. So don't have any after. Depends how sensitive you are, but I would recommend don't have any after lunch. For tracking foods, simple scale to measure your foods. If you're not measuring your foods and you're just guessing, you're probably way off on your estimates. Weigh yourself every day. This is basically like checking your bank account and making sure that you're not way low and spending more money than you realize. Checking your weight frequently is just making sure that you're not eating more than you realize and packing on unexpected pounds. Measure your belly circumference because weight doesn't tell the whole story. You may be losing fat and gaining muscle, so the number on the scale won't change. But if your belly circumference is changing, you're losing fat. And again, you can weigh all your food, or you can also use measuring spoons or cups to measure out stuff. But it's usually easier just to weigh everything out. So that's it. I mean, that's about everything that I would recommend that you guys could consider as fitness stuff. Now let's go to plan adherence. So yesterday I measured really heavy. For some reason, I was like 2 or 3 pounds heavier than the day before and day after. And that just goes to show, that's why you weigh yourself every day, because if you weigh yourself once a week, it may be the one day you're very heavy. And then you freak out, oh my gosh, I'm 3 or 4 pounds heavier than I expected. It could just be you're holding more water because you had more salt or more food. It's not a big deal. Look at my chart. It busted up that one day and it came right back down. I don't know why. Maybe I was holding on to a bunch of undigested food. But that's why you weigh yourself more and you kind of look at the average. Looking at my sleep score and Fitbit, it was a good week. 83 average. Guys, work on your sleep score. Do what it takes to improve your sleep score. This helps a lot. I'm not going to bother filling in this page. Everything's going well. There's no struggles. My strength's going up. I'm getting veins in my quads finally, which is something I've been working on for a long time. But energy, strength, appearance, everything's going well. Sleep's great. Not changing my program at all. It's going well. I think I will back off my zone 2 cardio. So going to plan adherence, first of all, make sure you're looking and filling in the right date. So this is for last week. 10:30 bedtime, looking at my sleep in Fitbit. 7 out of 7. Wake up time, between 6 and 7. I hit it, 7 for 7. Cold plunges, I go in my Habit app, 5 out of those. So remember, looking at the Habit app, so day by day, I fill it in. If I did a lift, if I did a cold plunge, I'll go into Fitbit and look at zone 1, zone 2 cardio and transfer it in here. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You see it. That's how you fill out the week. So I don't necessarily have to schedule it in advance, but it's just make sure that you're on pace, that you're hitting your zone 1 cardio, that you're doing your cold showers, you're doing your stretches, you're getting your lifts in. So if you fall behind, you better get those in. I go back to Fitbit to look at my steps. Yep, I hit them all. So weekly steps, 80,000 is my target. If I didn't hit it, I would hit 0, but I hit 88,000, so I'll give it a 7. So I get 3.5 points for that. It's all or nothing. There's no in between. But 80,000 steps, that'll put me on pace for 4 million steps a year. Habit, I did my 4 workouts. I hit 244 minutes of zone 1. I hit 33 minutes of zone 2. I did my HIIT session. And I did my daily mobility, so that gives me 100% adherence. Yay! I will say one thing, my knees are a little sore from doing extra steps. I was almost at 90,000 steps, and that's why I'm going to back off and just not do any zone 2 next week. I'm not going to do a HIIT. I might still do it, even if it's not my plan. I'm actually going to bump this down to 200 minutes of zone 1. My knees are already feeling better, but they were sore yesterday. So just don't want to overdo that. We'll stick to 10,000. I'm on a 50-day streak with my steps. So 51-day streak with my steps. Going for 100. I would be at 79, but I got sick and missed a couple days a few months ago. But yeah, other than that, that's it, everybody. Hey, keep up the great work. Fill in your plan adherence. Fill in your notes. And if something comes up, shoot me a message. If something's wrong with your workouts, you're having trouble with meals, you're having a hard time, you don't know how to adjust your plan, send me a message. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. You're the ones that are going to have to do the work. You're the ones that are going to have to carry on with fitness, fitting it into your life after we're done working together. I want you to become self-sufficient. Just like with my kids, I'm training them to be self-sufficient. I don't want to have to wipe their noses and wipe their butts their whole lives. I'm trying to train them how to do that themselves, but they're going to not be very good at it, which is understandable. They're going to struggle at it. They're not going to want to do it. I encourage them to keep doing it, helping them along the way, telling them it's okay, improve a little bit every day, and you're going to get to where you want to be. Hope you all have a great week, and I will talk to you all soon.